So I just wanted to dive in today to talk about today being Bell Let's Talk Day and Mental Health Week. I want to dive into how has it been doing wellness checks with athletes and such during the COVID-19?
So, like you said, I work with lots of different athletes in town, and mainly it has been different in terms of the way I provide support. It used to be in person, and now we're having to do phone calls and Zoom meetings, which isn't ideal, but it's what we have. Basically, we're just trying to remind them that there are supports available, and if they do need to talk or get some help or support, that we're here. So still sending reminders out, still having some team Zoom meetings just to check in with them and find out how everybody's doing.
And how are you finding doing things over Zoom or phone calls versus in person? Is that a challenge for people right now?
Well, I think it depends on how you like to communicate. For some people, they really enjoy it. They don't have to leave their house. And for some people, they're used to the technology and so they enjoy it. For myself and a lot of service providers, our preference certainly is to be in person with someone to chat with them. But for safety concerns, it's just not something that we can do right now. But I'm hoping that in the near future that will start to change as things start to open up.
No, for sure. Like right now, this has just been, it's just been surreal, really, with everything that's been going on with the COVID-19 pandemic. I just want to touch base on, since people are at home more often, what are things they can do at home, like exercise or techniques to help improve their mental health?
So I'm glad that you asked that question. It's a great question because the focus really a lot of the times now has been on the pandemic and making sure we stay healthy physically and we avoid getting that contact. And that is really important. But we really need to look at ways that we can as well. And because we aren't able to do the things that we used to do, many people have been really upset and anxious and depressed about that. And that's actually really quite normal. It's a normal response for dealing with situations we've never dealt with before. So I think, first of all, just recognizing that many people are having difficult times so that we feel less alone, that's a really great thing. Another thing is using your support. So talking to your friends, your family. If you're an athlete, talk to your coaches, talk to your trainers, use your supports that are available to you on your team. And do things like you mentioned. Exercise is really important. It's just as important for your mental health as it is your physical health. Eating healthy, enjoying nature, making sure you're getting enough sleep. Those are all some really great ways that we can take care of our mental health as well.
So you would say then, especially for athletes, even though they can't necessarily be with their coaches and their teammates and their trainers, which is very weird for someone like myself. I played sports growing up and it really becomes a part of your life. You would say that it is very important that they still stay in touch with their teammates and everyone in the organizations.
Absolutely. And I know most of my teams are having regular Zoom talks if they can't get together. That's something that's happening on a regular basis. Another thing that they can do also is to try to stick to their routine as much as possible. So if they were used to practicing every day, I know they can't be out on the ice with their teammates, but it might be going for their run or doing some of the conditional work that they would be used to doing. Those kinds of things are still really important to try to keep up where you can.
No, I could totally agree with you, but Lisa, we're out of time for today. I want to thank you so much for coming in and doing this interview, especially at a time like this where people's mental health may not be as strong as it was before during COVID-19, and especially during Bell Let's Talk Week, to just remind people we need to talk to each other and still feel like we're a part of a community.
Absolutely. You said it very well.
Well, thank you very much, Lisa, and we'll be right back right after this.